Well, that's inconvenient. Looks like you took a wrong turn, a couple corridors down, and you'd only had to deal with one of the runts. Whoever thought they deserved keys to the central office must have been a bit too cocky. Those kids aren't defending anyone with how weak they are. Now, if only you'd scouted a little longer for an easier opponent, maybe you'd have gotten a key and given yourself a head start. What's that? A whole 5 extra minutes to live. Gives you enough time to say your goodbyes, confessions, and all that good stuff. Too bad there aren't any do-overs here. You picked door number 1, so you've got to live with your choice. Life takes us down many paths, and unfortunately, every choice you've made so far has been toward going down the wrong one. Sad to say, we're not taking any new recruits. You should have just spent your time working on a business together. You could have at least had something that made you worth keeping alive. You work well enough together. Something could have been traded between us to keep good relations. No point in dwelling on what could or couldn't have been. You don't have much time left. I'll rip you all to shreds, just like I've done with the others. We're not playing games today. You're all going to die here. To compensate you for your poor decision-making, I'll give you all those extra 5 minutes you would have gotten with those runts. I'll be patient. Do whatever you need to do. Yeah, I'm listening. What you got? Oh, I see how it is. You know, for a group that claims to be looking out for others, I'd be worried about the position you have your friend in here. Making sacrificial offerings is a bit extreme, if you ask me. You might want to make a run for it once your friends are done here. Who's to say they won't dangle you in front of an enemy like a piece of meat again? I'm afraid there are no exceptions here, regardless of any past friendships I might have had with any of you. I can't let you pass. So you're going to have to try a little harder than that. Not everyone has to die for me to win. I can get rid of all the undesirables here and grab my consolation prize for wasting my time and call it a day. I'll treat my dear friend a lot better than you all are doing right now. No need to cry. They're using you to get to me anyway. You'll be better off once they're all long dead. You'd best keep your eyes closed to avoid watching any bloodshed. I'd rather not have to console you after. There's a perfectly nice room I can have you escorted to. You won't have to hear any screams either. Don't waste time for either of us. You're not doing either side any favors by just standing there. Go on. Move. You can't shield everyone by yourself. The most you'll be doing is cover up one person if they're lucky. Though my homing attacks aren't exactly known for missing their targets. Both of us know you don't want to die. You don't have to become a martyr for them. I wouldn't let you do that anyway. You do realize I can just move you out of the way myself if I want. The point is standing in front of me isn't going to stop me from attacking your friends. All you're going to do is make yourself even more upset when you watch them get slaughtered. That's why I'm giving you the option of seeing yourself out right now so you can avoid that. I don't mind being in a bit extra trouble, so long as your group is stopped from getting in the way of our plans. I'm sure the boss won't mind if I keep one of you as a souvenir. There's not much to negotiate around when I can do what I need to without having to compromise anything. Go ahead with any proposals you have. You're already making my job easier by giving the boss some extra time. Now that isn't really fair for me. I can't just go around doing favors for you. I've already got someone to escort you to a safe room. You don't need me to do it. All it does is buy your friend some time to get to my boss. What do I get out of it? Willingness to cooperate can be bought, so that's not something difficult to get from you. And to be honest, I prefer when you fight back a little. Oh, after my own heart, aren't you? Not sure if it's worth the infraction I'll get. I might need some more convincing. I suppose I can just say I captured one of you, while all of you were split up. Mind you, you'll have to make sure you can go down separate corridors and fight off those runs separately. The boss can make a few assumptions about how things planned out. He doesn't need to know all the details. Oh, don't worry. I'll have my fun when the time comes. I agreed to spend some time chatting with my dear friend here. I never said anything about giving anyone back afterwards. Be prepared to fight me then, because I won't make it easy. Well then, have your fun with the runts. Give them something productive to do. Have fun. Now, let's be on our way. You've got to entertain me for the time I've lost by not fighting. Keep quiet and look like a good little hostage. We can't have anyone asking questions. Make yourself comfortable. Prepare to stay for as long as I want you to be here. I choose if and when you leave. I'll decide when I've gotten enough compensation for the reprimand I'll get for not putting in enough effort to stop you. Or before you make a mess of everything. I may not take all the blame, considering your friends made the smart decision to pick some doors leading everywhere but me. Can't imagine how lucky they must have been to end up fighting some of our less competent staff. Either way, I might as well make this time worth it. So, how do you plan to keep me entertained? The usual? How about I dress up the table a bit and make us some coffees? Just so it's a little closer to how we normally do things. It's either that, or just talking like this. Up to you, what you prefer. I'd prefer if you'd make yourself as comfortable as possible, so it doesn't feel awkward. Honestly, it's a little weird for me, having you visit me in my workplace. Isn't something I'd ever expect you to do. How do you even get lumped in with that group? I mean, you're kind of mundane. No. I mean that you're just really opinionated about our organization. At least not whenever we talked. I wouldn't have minded much. You're fun when you've got your little opinions on other things. I wouldn't have to hurt you at all. Still, it takes guts to strike up a conversation with someone you know can snap you in two in a moment's notice. Yeah. Why do you think I did it in the first place? Hey, you're snapping my heart in two as we speak. I was expecting something nice as compensation for letting your friends off the hook for a while. So entertain me like you said you would. How about we start with a little kiss? Yes, I'm serious. You know, I never really thought about it up until now. We were up close and personal in public, and I wouldn't mind pushing things a little further than a couple of chats over coffee. I like you. Why wouldn't I want to? Come on, those were practically dates. Well, now they can be from now on. Go out with me. No one has stopped us from hanging out before, so I see no problem. I know you don't want to just be friends. I'll be a lot more sure once I get that kiss. Come on then, just as payment for now. Now. Now for real. So, tell me again why you agreed to keep seeing me after that first time? I'll tell you why I did. Because I wanted things to end up like this. Nothing stopping us from it. It'll be how it always has been, with a few extra perks. The only thing my boss will mind is that I'm not keeping your friends busy right now. It'll be worth the infraction so long as I get a few more kisses. Yeah, so come on and distract me some more.